Okay, please just listen. You have to let them go, okay? We'll do anything. We'll do anything you ask, okay? We can make a deal.
Okay, love you too. Hey guys, don't mind that. Do you ever get in your car and drive and park and get out of the car and go get some lunch?
Well, that's great. Okay, I don't have a car, all right? I live in New York. They don't let you leave here.
But when I didn't live here and when I did have a car, I didn't get a single ticket because I am law-abiding. Speaking of that, guess what I found out recently? Well, they made a reality show about getting parking tickets. The show is called Parking Wars, and if you think that sounds like Storage Wars, you'd definitely be onto something because they both come from the same channel, A&E. The idea of a traffic cop reality show is bold, mainly because most people I know these days, they hate those pieces of shit. But this show wasn't made these days. It was actually made in 2008. And let's see, 2008, I pooped myself on a Razor brand mini moped. And I need to stop talking. And I'm gonna start talking. Guys, all this talk of law today is really making me want to strap up with a lawyer. Well, good thing today's sponsor is Morgan & Morgan, America's largest accident injury law firm. I'm sure you didn't think I'd ever be asking you this question, but have you ever been injured in a car accident and don't know where to go? Well, with Morgan & Morgan, it's so easy. Morgan & Morgan has truly modernized the injury law process, making it so easy that you can submit a claim without even leaving the couch. And guys, look, submitting claims doesn't have to be a stuffy process. With Morgan & Morgan, you can get that done in 8 clicks or less. Where else can you do that? So if you're ever in an injury, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, and in 8 clicks or less, you'll have America's largest accident injury firm fighting for you. You can get started at forthepeople.com or dial #LAW. That's #529 from your cell phone. All right, guys, that's it. Stay safe out there. The show immediately opens to a bunch of these ticket office workers. I mean, just being absolute assholes to countless people who are having the worst day of their year.
They get angry at us, but it's their fault.
The reason you should be penalized is because it's expired. Fridays and Mondays are usually the 2 busiest days of the week.
Oh, Larry's having a bad Monday. Yeah, sorry, Larry, you're right. Not being able to have my car for the next 6 months, no, it's not actually that stressful.
How many times do I have to tell you? There's one line, it's right there.
No, guys, come on, I get it, all right? There's absolutely no reason for these people to be angry.
So yeah, you probably picked up on the fact that this show is gonna try to make us do one major thing, and that is empathize with traffic cops. First of all, not happening ever. But quite honestly, this show isn't giving me anyone to empathize with. All of these people suck. Everyone except for this guy.
I'd love to just pay and get the hell out of here.
We then get a look at just how regal and intelligent these local heroes are as Larry spends multiple minutes struggling to work a basic copy machine. In the meantime, he's keeping these guys waiting. They're dressed like a decade apart. Let's see what their crime is.
A sign was unclearly marked, and it turned out that they ended up towing us.
It confused us. We're out-of-towners, and now we're paying the Grim Reaper $125.
Isn't that awesome how they edit it like a Mr. Beast video? Like, I don't know, dude. They edited it like it was like some kind of epic win. Yeah, baby! 125 for the government!
Yeah, so I'm actually on unemployment right now, kind of getting down to my last bit of cash here, but, I'm ready to deal with the devil, baby! 125!
So it turns out that not only did they park in a no parking zone, but it was also in a rental car. Also, this guy's name is Greg. So I'm feeling less and less bad by the second. That's awesome.
Maybe we should just go to the airport and let Davis deal with it.
Okay. What the fuck was that? I feel like there's been this attempt to make Larry seem like a quirky character, but let me tell you, dude, it's not working. That's part of the reason I find this concept so ridiculous. Like, they're trying to pull iconic moments out of the most mundane environment in America. Remember that moment where we watched the old guy slowly lose touch with technology? Ha! Fucking iconic!
Take these over to the blue building, you'll get your rental agreement, then you'll come back, and we'll process everything.
Notice the unprofessional way that things were said and done here.
Yeah, man,
I hate when I get clear directions.
Well, Larry seems to think that he was rather nice, and quite honestly, I agree. Fuck, I empathized.
God damn it.
Like, he was definitely being rude to those people at the beginning, but as far as I saw, I mean, just now, he was kind of just doing his job. Well, Greg and his buddy Dave aren't having it, but from what it sounds like, Dave is willing to do anything to beat this case.
You think that they would actually at least have service with a smile, especially when the signs are not clearly labeled. Of course, he was kind of rude towards us. I really feel like this is an abuse of power.
Like, bro, save that shit for court. All right, that's too much yapping for me.
Also, truly, it's not that deep, okay? We're literally at an impound lot, but this guy's like, ugh,
these tyrants need to be stopped. Actually, no, I would probably do that too.
Speaking of not that deep, they send Greg into the lot to get the car, but they make Dave wait outside and he's outraged.
The unbelievable thing is I cannot go with him. I don't know what they think we would actually be doing if I went with him.
Why can't I go with my boy? Why can't I see my boy?
I don't understand why the stakes are so high for this guy. Like, I don't know who he thinks is gonna see this footage as evidence, but it's all so funny to me because the show markets him as Greg's friend, implying he's the sidekick. But, you know, he's the one slinging around all the action. Greg's just like,
I'm free. I'm free.
oh, by the way, while Dave's whining, this little guy comes out of nowhere and explains to him that the reason two people can't go in at once is because last time that happened, the officer got jumped. And I just find that funny because, you know, I could 100% jump this guy single-handedly. And I would take his hat.
Why is it that we were towed as opposed to ticketed? Wouldn't it have made sense to have gotten a ticket from him?
Well, if it makes you happier, you did get a ticket.
Oh, well, yeah, you walked into that one.
Dude, if I was Greg at this point, I would be like, can you please shut up?
No, this is great for Dave. Now he's like,
2 cases to beat. A noble challenge.
You're parked illegal, you get a ticket, and then we tow the car.
dude, this editing rocks. Just the really quick shot of the car getting towed. I don't know why I find it so funny, you know, like, because on one hand, I'm like, dude, this is too much. But, you know, on the other hand, I'm like, this is how I edit my videos.
The city of Philadelphia needs to be a little more clear with their signage, don't you think?
Now, this is pretty goofy. They just continue to make stupid jokes to Larry while he does his job, and the conversation about having to deal with shitty people all day actually comes up. But Larry says that he loves his job, and honestly, I'm just gonna have to believe him because I don't really know the lore of this show. Is he the wisecracker, the quirky lover boy, the bold hero? I don't know, or is he just some fucking guy? I'm thinking the latter, you know? I'm starting to feel like this show is just a big ploy to get people to think that civil services are super fun. Like, what did they think? People were gonna watch this show and be like,
maybe if I go to the DMV right now, I'll run into a fun character like Larry.
So that all ends up wrapping up. The guys are unsatisfied. Larry's emotion hasn't changed since the second the episode started, and now we're moving on to what I like to call part 2 of the episode, which is, thank God, much more bizarre than part 1. Usually on a show like this, there's some kind of goal or end game or competition. You know, it's something that gives the episode any kind of lineage. But instead, these episodes function like 20-minute propaganda compilations sanctioned by the US government. We literally just watched 2 guys pay for a parking ticket like it was a Transformers fight scene.
All right, let's get going, guys. Come on.
All right, let's hop in the van and do some work.
All right, guys. Everybody's got envelopes?
Guys, if you've ever felt like your day job is pointless, I would highly suggest watching a single episode of this show. Nothing screams justice more than a bunch of wannabe cops loading into a van like they're going on a school field trip.
Yeah, I got a crush on all the guys in here.
Pause, girlfriend. We talking about these guys here? The ones that look like they're being shuttled to a corporate costume party? Anyway, sorry for the roast, okay? But this is Luz. Looks like she's been a supervisor for 2 years, and she loves water ice.
That's so quirky, yes! I love cops! Also, in case anyone didn't know, because I certainly didn't, who would? Water ice is what people in Philadelphia call Italian ice, or sorbet. How fucking stupid is that?
Anyway, I don't care. It's crazy how much I don't care, but now everyone on the bus is talking about this new guy, Jim. He's been on the job for about 2 months.
I'm enforcing the tickets, that's what needs to be done, but at the same time, I'm out there ruining everybody's day, and that's not really what I'm used to doing.
So Jim's pretty conflicted about the job, which is great, because that means he still has time to save himself. But Luz explains in the van once again that they gotta do what they gotta do. And okay, objectively, that is true. But personally, I just think the job of a traffic cop is so dumb. Like, it's literally just a tier of police officer that is created to only point out obnoxiously specific crimes.
Who gives a shit if I'm parked in front of the fire hydrant? My fault.
This is Mayfair. It's very cliquey, and if you're not from Mayfair, they don't really accept you too well down here. I'm definitely not from Mayfair. They don't like me here.
Yeah, okay, that could be it. All right, yeah, that could definitely be it. But consider this. You're a cop.
This is a no parking in the bus zone, so automatic ticket. I did get applause the other day because I ticketed someone that was in a bus zone.
No shot. I don't know, maybe that happened. Look, I don't doubt that you helped people out by doing your job, but I highly doubt that you received a standing ovation for your act of service.
Hey, guys, it looks like this. Guys, looks like it's time to get this car done. Do it. Dude, that's a fucking hearse.
Jim then proceeds to explain why parking in a bus zone is illegal, which seems extremely obvious, but I don't know, man. It feels like at times they're just throwing anything into this show to meet a screen time requirement.
Am I in trouble?
You're in a bus zone. I just wrote you a ticket.
Oh, fuck! Holy shit, an anvil just landed on my leg!
Why are they so violent about the tickets? First it was a gunshot, now we're just dealing with blunt force trauma.
I highly doubt that my car is going to get in the bus's way, but...
Facts. I believe her.
I believe her. Just because you park in the bus zone doesn't necessarily mean a bus is coming. Come on, guys, I say this all the time.
$41. There you go. I'm an anarchist, so I don't believe in these rules that we live in today's society.
Okay, she says that, but then she immediately takes the ticket, apologizes, and goes home. Also, yeah, you stand that ground, anarchist from Starbucks. In a couple days, those guys are gonna be hearing from you. Anyway, Jim runs away because he's heard about anarchy and punk music, and it's really scary.
Get me out of here.
Now, you guys may have not noticed it, and that's awesome, because I'm really good at hiding things from you guys in plain sight. Earlier, I quickly showed you Jim's character card, but there was one detail about him that I left out, which I guess is the only detail. Jim once auditioned for American Idol, and that would probably explain why he's so on the fence about his other passion, ruining lives.
I never thought I'd be doing anything like this because I am a singer. Sometimes I'll come up with a little melody, I'll hum something while I'm on the beat.
Okay, hold on. Hey, you're saying too much awesome shit. First of all, you said you're a singer, and I think that's awesome, okay? I have some singing background myself.
Something in the light, something in the sky, in the grass, up behind the tree.
But what was that you said right after?
Sometimes I'll come up with a little melody, I'll hum something while I'm on the beat.
Come up with a little melody and hum something on the beat.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do pretty much exactly what he just said.
Come up with a little melody and hum something on the beat.
Look, I'm sorry. I know that's overcritical of me. I just wish there was some kind of way that he could, you know, demonstrate for me exactly what he's talking about.
Now I'll show you poetry in motion, searching for the key to your emotions.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with it. Look, he's got the whole crowd going. Maybe he really was telling the truth about that standing ovation. This one lady actually calls him Big Daddy, and he loves that shit. Not sure why I included that detail, but here we are.
Original rock music is what I sing, but when I went to American Idol, I was doing some R&B stuff.
Also, guys, just keep in mind, we're still watching a show about traffic cops. Not sure if you forgot, but I just wanted to keep us on track here. We cut back to Luz in the van, and she's talking some absolute bullshit, because she's like,
Not a bad job. This is a good job. I want to make a difference out here.
"You're a traffic cop!"
Actually, no, answer this question. What if Venom shows up? What are you gonna do? Everyone step back! I'll stop him with my ticket gun! Oh my god, it's so expensive! See, you know, you're dead.
Luz is basically just trying to butter up Philly, and as she does this, she pulls up on this person in a gorilla costume that's just in the street.
You like your job? Would you like to do this? Yeah, he would like to do this.
Yeah, that's funny and all, but what is his job?
You know, like, if the guy in the gorilla suit is telling you that he'd rather be a traffic cop, you probably want to start getting down to the bottom of things. Like, what is he handing out?
Can't park there.
Don't give him a
You
ticket.
can't park there.
He's right there.
You can't park there. Okay, hurry up.
Jesus, all right,
Moving
that's
now.
it right there. The shot to tie it all together. This man is with his toddler son. He's got the guy outside the store begging for mercy. At this point, as the traffic cop, I would think, hey, you know what? Maybe the quota can wait. I just find it so funny. She was literally just sitting in the car talking about making a difference.
I want to make a difference out here.
Well, you got one thing right. You surely made a difference in their day. Dude, get this. Then she's like,
I think I'm a little too tough out here, right?
Little too tough, bro. You just pressed the fuck out of them. They literally needed backup.
well, then we cut back to Jim, and he's just yapping it up about how nice of a guy he is. And not gonna lie, all right, out of all of the people I've seen on this show so far, he's my favorite. He wins. There you go.
Spots all over the place. You're parked at a meter.
Oh, you should have said, yo, I'm gonna give you a ticket. You know what I mean? Christ.
I can't give everybody a break.
Ah, okay, it's over. It's ruined. God damn it. Dude, look at my hair. I look like a baby character. Even worse, like moments later, this guy driving by in a truck slams on his horn and boos Jim.
Thank you.
I mean, I just can't wrap my head around why this show was made. There have been so many attempts to make these people look innocent and heroic, and they're just ruining it at every turn. Like, do they think that putting that shot in of him getting booed is gonna make me feel bad? No. He looks like a jerk.
Every day's different.
Oh God, no! The money! I mean the machine! No!
It was well cemented, so someone came and probably hit it with a car.
Got hit by a car. So sorry, it makes my joke funnier. So yeah, she throws that sucker in the back of the van just to fucking pull from the ground. And you know how I was talking about the whole water ice thing earlier, the stuff that Luz likes?
Well, first of all, first thing I have to say about that is, honestly, when you say water ice is your favorite snack, it makes you sound like a dog that enjoys chewing on ice.
Well, Luz loves to go to this one specific Rita's location, not only because she likes the water ice, but well, get this, she likes to give tickets there too.
There's people parking in fire hydrants, double parking. It's very busy over there.
We cut away from that thought with the title card, Getting Iced. And I gotta say, the timing of these little gags couldn't be more off. I still can't get over service with a smile. Like was that supposed to be cute? Like, I don't know. Now Jim is out dealing with this guy who's illegally parked, what is that, like a bus zone? Oh! Hey guys, look, there's the guy who's getting ticketed. Could you tell by the editing?
Dude, shut up. Watch the show.
It's almost like you set me up.
A bus zone is, no, it wasn't a setup. A bus zone is an automatic ticket. These people are waiting for the bus. The bus can't pull over. They got to walk in the middle of the street to catch the bus.
Nah, yeah, that sounds like a setup to me. I mean, if you saw those people actively waiting for the bus, wouldn't you want to do something as quick as possible, you know, to move things along with no interruption? No, he was scheming. Look, he literally says.
He looked at him standing on the corner, knew he was in violation, and decided to go across the street anyway. That's when you deserve a ticket.
And not to bring the vibes down or anything, but if you think about how dangerous that mindset could be for an actual police officer who has, like, you know, a weapon, it's pretty scary. Now Jim and Luz are squatting up with this other traffic cop to take down a colossal threat, the Ford Explorer. Yes, 3 cops were needed to take down this one car. And get this, when the owner of the car comes out, 2 of them run away. Actually, you know what? I want Dave to say it again.
I really feel like this is an abuse of power.
But just like that, their day is over and Luz gets her water ice. I hate it. The final section of this episode follows arguably the most frustrating sect of the traffic cop community, the boot squad. And if you've ever found yourself with a boot on your car wondering who it is to blame, well, the answer is Steve. Steve has no neck and claims to be the fastest booter in the PPA. What a champion. I don't know if you've ever wanted to learn about this. I certainly didn't, but we're about to learn quite a bit about car boots. So you know what? Let's take a look at this one.
They're easier to put on, and there's not that many of them to go around.
Okay. I do feel like there's something rather morbid about being educated on this. Like, this is learning for people who do bad things. Anywho, there's this other boot called the Palmer.
These things are called the Palmers.
And Car Boot Palmer, if you're out there, I'm gonna fucking kill. Steve's got this partner, Sherry. Looks like she got promoted 2 years ago from ticketing to booting, and I'm gonna be real, it sounds like a downgrade. Word on the street is that Steve likes to hog all the universal boots for himself, but he denies it.
I'm not a uni hog. That's a false accusation.
And look at this man! His head defies all laws of physics. I mean, he has transcended neck.
I need to touch it. Right? I can't be alone in this, right?
Today we're going into area 1 and 2. Center City tends to be a real high turnover area for cars.
I need to touch it.
So they're going into the center of the city because apparently it's a very wealthy area, and they introduced this concept of a quality boot versus a quantity boot.
This is a quality boot because it's a car that's obviously somebody's going to pay to get this back.
So basically what they're doing is they're profiling people's ability to pay based on the type of car that they drive, which honestly is an insane thing to admit on national television. Like, that's kind of been the whole thing with this show. They all have these strategies. There should be no strategy about this job. Am I wrong?
I will trade in my Saturn any day for that.
Okay, that's a crazy thing to hear considering they don't make those cars anymore. You know, kind of just like shows the age of the show, the age of me. Sorry to I don't know why I pointed that out. So they're going around slapping on another boot, and they're doing this counter for each type of boot that they use. It sort of brings up my same issue from before, you know, like no matter how many boots you do of each type, you know, it's not gonna matter because no one's gonna win. I need someone to win. So Sherry adds in some really open-ended commentary.
Yeah, it's a very nice car. You'd be surprised, though.
And then the owner of the car shows up, and then it gets sad.
We have a boot on because you owe parking tickets. You're gonna have to call this number, push 1 for English.
I have to get my son from school.
So this is Kira, not really sure why they keep showing us the victims' names, and they actually hunted her down. So this one's serious. Well, she's got a police report showing that her purse was stolen yesterday, so she can't pay off the boot at the moment.
Please let me get my son.
Man, we have to put the boot on the car.
Okay, so now she's in tears. I don't feel good about watching this anymore, and Steve doesn't give a shit. Then the show just casually decides to throw on the screen, in the middle of all of this, that Sherry is the mother of 8 children. Let's see if that's enough to change their minds.
Well, it was a shame about that. If we took the boot off for everybody that we felt sorry for, we won't get any boots at all.
She's only 2 or 3 blocks away, so she should make out pretty good, though.
Well,
Fuck it, I guess, huh?
by the way, after they leave, they throw in this side clip of her where you can 100% tell that they tried to make her act like she learned a lesson.
This is the way the city is, it's the way it works. And you have to take responsibility for your actions.
So they throw some other boots on around town and they track down this one car that's sitting under a bridge. Turns out it's a fucking police officer and they boot his ass anyway. And that's the end of the episode. This show is quite honestly like no show I've ever watched before. It seems pointless. I don't understand why any of it is being shown to me. And I think there's like 7 seasons of it. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. And therefore, we're approaching the end of this video. Shout out to the person who suggested this show to me. I would say your name, but I only have your email. That's like how the forum works. Anyway, shout out to them. I don't want to give out their information. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment and subscribe and interact. Interact with your little, your device, the thing that gives people tickets. I'm gonna give you a ticket if you don't interact. That is all I have for you in this video, but until next time.
This show lasted from 2008 to 2012, so it was truly locked in this one period of time. Like a very, like I feel like 2008 to 2012 was a very unforgettable time of life. Do we agree? Like, anyway, bye, love you.